Have a warm welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. Today I present the Scotch Whiskies, blended whiskies as well as single malt whiskies, which are priced below 25 euros here at Whisky.de in Central Europe. Depending on your countries, probably you have 1, 2 or 3 euros more due to higher alcohol taxes. But here in Central Europe, those are the prices. And I find these whiskies we have here really affordable, good price-value relationship, very good. And whenever your budget for whiskey is lowering, is getting smaller because or due to higher fuel prices, higher taxes, inflation, and so on, these whiskey are worth a look. And you do not have to buy very expensive whiskies to have a good whiskey at home. Some people say everyday whiskey. I do not recommend consuming whiskey every day. But if you have a party going on, if you have guests and would like to have a good whiskey for people who have no idea what whiskey is, these, I think, 10 whiskies or 11 whiskies are the ones I would recommend for, well, not over-stressing your budget. We're starting with one of the most often sold whiskies in Scotland. It's the famous Grouse, here in a 1 liter bottle at a price of 19.99 euros. Compare that to a 0.7 liter bottle and you have a wonderful, easy, affordable whiskey with a good content. One of the lead malts is Glenturret, which is a very nice and well-managed malt whiskey distillery. And Famous Grouse is, well, it's the Famous Grouse. It's well known in Scotland, and the Scottish people like those whiskies very much. And oh, I forgot to place those white plastic behind those bottles because we have this green screen and the color of the whiskey will turn weird due to the green screen behind. Second one, not less popular, is the J&B Rare. Wonderful big bottle, very famous in the southern part of Europe. And this one is slightly smoky compared to the Famous Grouse, which is not that much. So here we have a distinct smoke in it, and the smokiness is said to come from Kalila. So it's a not that extreme stinky smokiness, but it's a smokiness which delivers more complexity. And this whiskey is Justerini and Brooks, has a big, long history. And this is 19.99 euros as well for the 1 liter bottle. So these two are very famous, very good Scotch whiskies, blended whiskies, which are a mixture of malt whiskies and industrial whiskey. So hopefully I get this third white plastic here. So it's a mix of grain whiskey made typically from wheat and malt whiskey made from barley. So these three are these two. Sorry, the third one is just coming, and this is Cutty Sark. And Cutty Sark is a whiskey which became very famous in the Prohibition in the US because it was smuggled through the Caribbean into the US, into southern states. And this one is called Prohibition Overproof. Well, it's just 50% ABV, which is 100 proof in the US, but far less in the UK. And this is a blended whiskey as well, and is priced at 22.90 euros for a 50% ABV whiskey. It's very, very interesting. And it was called the light whiskey or the pale whiskey. This is a lighter one from color and from taste, so it's easy sipping. And, well, the 50% ABV, I would recommend diluting it to drinking strength, but depending on the preferences of the people. Yeah, so these three are the blended Scotch whiskey I would recommend. But we have as well whiskies, single malt whiskies, which are priced below 20 euros, at least one. And this is the Loch Lomond Signature. This way around. Oh, I'm sorry. Ha! This is as well a blended whiskey. So this is the Loch Lomond Signature, and the Loch Lomond distillery has column stills as well as pot stills, so they are able to have a single blended whiskey. This is not an official name or part of the regulation. This is a blended whiskey, and it's made in the Loch Lomond distillery from their own column stills and pot stills. So I forgot, this is a blended Scotch whiskey as well. So here we go. It's the fourth one. How is it looking inside? Here we are, the typical Loch Lomond bottle. So between the malt whiskies and the grain whiskies or blended whiskies, there's no difference. So these are the blended whiskies. Hopefully I'm doing right here. And the next one is the Glenmorangie. This is a single malt Scotch whiskey, one of the very, very affordable we have at Whisky.com. And this is priced at 20 euros and 90 cents, just jumped over the 20 euro mark. And it's only 0.7 liters compared to the first two. The latter two here are 0.7 as well, if I remember right. Yeah, I think so. And this one is 0.7 as well. Glenmorangie was a distillery which became famous by producing very much whiskey in wine casks, Chardonnay wine casks, spreading it through the supermarkets all over Central Europe. But they lost a little bit of reputation due to the placement in the supermarkets. But the whiskey is, from my point of view, quite good. You can't expect a first-class single malt whiskey in those high quantities. So there are a leveraging between the cask. There are casks used more often. So this is the, how it's called, the Smoke Classic Peated Malt, intense and smoky. So this is, I think it had been the first smoky whiskey from Glenmorangie. The times before they didn't have that. So we have now the second smoky one here on the cask. Have a look at Whisky.com. There you can see all the tasting notes with the tasty cons, how people rate those whiskies, and those whiskies are not too expensive, so there are a lot of ratings available at Whisky.com. So this is the Smoky Classic Peated Malt. And yeah, we start here. And then the next one is a Glenmorangie, the port cask finish. And I like port casks very, very much. And Glenmorangie, if I remember right, was bought by La Martiniquaise, I think. It's a French wine house. I think they own wineries as well as they have a wine reselling. But they have casks, a lot of casks, and so they harmonize very much with the whiskey, so they can provide their own cask and have very good casks. Not necessary to buy them on the market; they have them themselves. And this is the port cask finish, and this is very easy sipping. This is a whiskey where you can pour a glass for a novice, for a just a starter. And it's always good to have such an easy drinking whiskey in your collection. If guests are coming and you would like to present a very good one. Or a better one than the typical blends they are used to from bars somewhere. So next one is the Speyburn Bourbon Cask. It's €22.90 as the port wood finish had been as well. And this is the entry whiskey without an age statement from Speyburn. Easy Speyside whiskey as you would expect. No problems sipping and having that. Next one, I have to look up the right sequence. It's the Tamnavulin. And Tamnavulin was for a long time underrepresented, and they had, they were they had lots of times between production runs, intermitting production. And the Tamnavulin here is €23.99. It's a double cask. And Tamnavulin, I like that very much. And we had a best of a month from Tamnavulin because they do not produce that many bottles and they have at least enough good casks to bring out good whiskey. And here you have a look at this. Here we have the Tamnavulin. There are Tamnavulins on the market. We have them. I think a 12-year-old is there as well. And it's good value for the money. So now we're coming to the last two. And one is the Speyburn, 10 years of age, the first whiskey with an age statement on it. And with 2 glasses, it's €24.90. It's a nice presenting box. And, it's a successor or no, a better one, a longer matured whiskey than the other Speyburn I had somewhere down on the cask. So this one has 2 glasses as well. I do not recommend those glasses. They are the typical tumblers with a wide open for adding ice, which I do not recommend as well. So, but the Speyburn is a very nice, easy whiskey to savor. And now we're coming to the last one. It's the Tamnavulin again for €24.90 as well. And here we have a sherry cask edition. And the number of bottles are as well not too large, too many. So this is a whiskey I really like. So it's below €25. Easy supply. I think always available in our shop at Whisky.com. So have a look at this Tamnavulin Sherry Cask Edition. So that's it for today. Those are 10 or 11, I missed counting it, bottles where you do not spend too much money for quite a good price-value relationship. So that's it for today. Catch you next time.